So let's today raise the big questions that the Prime Minister's speech, in a sense, has put up before us. Did the centre change this policy once again under pressure? Who gets the credit this time? The Supreme Court that stepped in? The Modi government that has course corrected? Or the opposition that now claims that the Prime Minister has accepted its views? Has the Prime Minister's image taken a hit amidst all this constant flip-flops? And is it time to end the blame game? And should the opposition also now welcome the decision of the Prime Minister without caveats? These are some of the questions that we will raise. I'm joined by Syed Zafar Islam, the BJP's MP in the Rajya Sabha. Gaurav Ballabh is Congress's spokesperson. Priyanka Chaturvedi, Shiv Sena's Member of Parliament. Raj Chengappa, Group Editorial Director at India Today. And Manisha Priyam, Political Analyst, because we'll also look at the politics in a bit. But first, I want to ask the political parties, do they welcome this decision unreservedly or not of the Prime Minister? Why don't you first tell us, Priyanka Chaturvedi, because Maharashtra has the highest number of COVID cases. Do you welcome what the Prime Minister has said unreservedly?
Maharashtra also has the highest number of vaccinated people in the country. And I want to talk about Maharashtra's success story from the mouth of what Supreme Court and Supreme Court statements have been with regards to oxygen, whether it's regards to vaccination, whether it's regard to COVID treatment. So that is how I would want to talk about Maharashtra. And as far as, welcoming it, I think every person who has common sense in India would welcome this simply because what the central government did in the month of April was absolutely arbitrary, and it was going against the entire Indian Epidemic Act, the Disaster Management Act, and the Essential Commodities Act, which has been put in place ever since COVID's first case was reported in India, which gave overriding powers to the central government despite health being a state subject. For them to wash their hands off the entire vaccination process was, I think, something that even the Supreme Court has spoken about. So I wouldn't want to get into that. I think I would like to thank the Supreme Court. I would like to thank every Indian who has some common sense, who questioned the government and its vaccination policy, and which actually put the central government on a back foot to understand that what they were doing was a vaccine policy disaster, rather than taking the country towards a vaccinated population, a safe population, a healthy population.
Can I just add one more point to what you've said? Because the Prime Minister today, Priyanka Chaturvedi, seemed to suggest that the change in the vaccine policy on the 1st of May, which you are claiming in April was decided upon and led to the confusion, was done because this was what state governments wanted. And there are various BJP leaders who claim Maharashtra was among the states that Uddhav Thackeray's government also wanted a greater say in vaccine procurement and distribution. So let's get that clear. How do you reason out what the Prime Minister is saying, that the shift has taken place because states wanted it?
I can't reason with someone who's lying. I'm sorry. I would want the media to produce one such letter which stated the Maharashtra government saying that we are not asking the centre for vaccines. What we are asking the centre to do is wash its hands off the entire vaccination process. Please let me remind you, Rajdeep, and through your channel, that Maharashtra government and every state government was asked to follow protocols set by ICMR and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, which all the state governments did. All the vaccination, ventilators, all the protocols were set by the central government. Maharashtra government only said two things: that we have a population, half of our population is between 18 to 44, allow us to bring them in that ambit. Second, we are running a vaccination campaign which is leading the country in its vaccination drive. So please give us more vaccines, because at that point in time, we were vaccinating over 1 million people a day. That was our fair demand.
So you wanted the vaccination program to include the 18 to 44 group, but you did not want the procurement to stop by the centre. Am I correct? You still wanted the procurement to be done by the centre.
Procurement should have come from the centre. The decentralization, the procurement to the state should have been more transparent and should have involved the state health ministers. When you were, giving away these vaccines to various states, you should have brought them into it so that they could be able, tell you what their state requirements were. Now, for example, Maharashtra was seeing a high caseload. Maybe Karnataka wasn't seeing a high caseload. Maybe Gujarat wasn't seeing a caseload like that. We have a population of 12 crore. and we were given equal number of vaccines as what Gujarat government was given with a 6 crore population. So that is where we said bring in transparency, understand priority, and allow the health ministers also to have a stake in something that is going to come to their states.
Okay.
Nobody, I think no state government said, please decentralize it, we will procure vaccines on our own, we will go float global tenders, we will buy it
No,
on our own, we will sell it on our own.
I do have